in a 4-day period. What's behind kind of the structure of schedule?
Yeah, I mean, well, we have been 8 out of 9 days in practice before that, so that's kind of why we're where we are, because we're getting ready for this big upcoming week. With the 4 practices, tonight will be a heavy load for them tonight, and then tomorrow off, then walk through tomorrow, then off day, then we're 4 in a row off game, right? So we're just trying to get ourselves ready. We hit it hard, really hard the first 8 days, and now we're just trying to get ourselves ready for this upcoming week.
I recognize you don't have to make a decision yet about next Friday, but considering there's only one...
Bob told me you guys were going to ask this question. I'm not ready yet.
But what do you think the likelihood is, because there's only one joint practice, that ones may play in these preseason?
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll take it day by day, and we'll see where we are next week.
If I can follow up on that.
Sure. I'm gonna say the same thing, but go ahead.
What do you said before the joint practices are game-like, so what do you think equates to those that are not a game?
Yeah, tonight's big deal. And then anytime you work your operation like we are tonight, because our coaches, we need it as well, right? The operation. So tonight, and we'll have a couple more of these as practice goes through. It's not going to be in front of 60,000 or 50,000 fans, however many are going to be there tonight. But we'll get that same work and that same operation that we'll get tonight. So tonight's a big one as far as that goes.
AJ said that his one-on-ones with Quinyon, he went and sought it out himself. That wasn't organized from the team. When you see that from those two, what do you make of it?
Yeah, that's pretty typical of wide receivers, DBs, of like kind of position themselves to take on, make the matchups there. And so, obviously excited. You said AJ was seeking out Quinyon.
Yeah.
AJ is hard to guard, and so I think he wanted Quinyon to know how hard he was to guard. No, but I think these guys, I'm really starting to see this team continuing to grow together, connect. I know AJ wants to help him become a good player, and I know when AJ goes against Quinyon, because Quinyon's good in coverage, that's helping AJ become a good player as well.
As far as the offensive line goes, Stoutland said it earlier that he hoped to get his 5 identified, cohesion and communication together. I know it's been kind of in flux with the injury to Steen and there's competition. How close are you to deciding your 5?
We've only been in pads one day. I mean, we got time, and I'm not going to put a timetable on it, but every day is an evaluation, and everything that they do is an evaluation. So tonight will be good for us to get more of an evaluation, and just look forward to when we get to that day. But there's nothing to rush. It's just every single day, coming out there and looking at these guys, and these guys getting good work.
Why do you like this format, and why do you think it gets a little extra juice? What are you going to do tonight?
I think it's very game-like. Tonight, when you get in the stadium, it's just different, right? And for the amount of people that are going to be in here tonight, I mean, I don't know, but I can't imagine that many teams are having the same type of attendance that we are here. And so that will be great, just for the atmosphere. We'll warm up tonight like we would in a game, just for them to get used to that. Little tweaks here and there on that. And then we're working on, drives, having some drives, 1-0 versus 1D, 1D versus 2D, or pardon me, 1D versus 2-0. And that, what else is really big? So just working, call it periods where sometimes when plays are scripted in practice, exactly what's coming. But this is a little bit more game-like, where you're playing it in the flow of a game, to say first down, second down, third down, red zone, getting into the red zone, getting into 2-minute. So, and then it's really big for the coaches that we work our communication, as I talk to Kellen about, hey, what we're thinking on fourth down decisions. So we'll really, and everything that goes into, the communication of calling, Kellen calling it, me being able to communicate with him and Coach Clay about the decisions on third and fourth down. So this is a really big operation. So it's good practice for everybody involved. The players there's going to be a lot of reps, and then the coaches as well.
Nick, how as far as Jalen picking up the offense, I mean, especially seeing it from afar, the way he's kind of developed and compared to the spring.
Yeah, you guys have seen he's been sharp. He's been really sharp, and been really happy with how he's been operating. He's been in complete control of the offense, and He's really operated at a really high level and knowing where to go with the football, making accurate throws, moving in the pocket to buy extra time or whatever, or if it turns into a run. So he's had an outstanding camp. We're early in camp. I know he wants to just continue to improve. We just want him to continue to improve one day at a time. But thus far, he's had a really good camp, and I'm really excited about where he is.
Does it seem like it's a big difference from what he was doing in the spring, what you're seeing?
It's just continued growth of getting better every day, and so and I've really seen that from him.
Nick, how's Landon doing, and what did you see out of the interior of the line with two of your top guys down yesterday?
Yeah, we don't foresee Landon being out for too long. He's going to do what he needs to do to get himself back out there, and it's good to get guys some reps in there with the ones that when Landon, obviously negative when you don't have one of your best players out there in Landon, but good opportunity for some of the young guys, and it was good to watch them operate with the one offense.
In signing Nick Gates, the thought process behind that might be similar. Is that something that your rookies aren't able to alleviate yet with depth?
No, not necessarily. It's more so about having good players and good depth and good competition, and and we've had got to see him play up close and personal. We're excited to add him to our roster and add to the competition.
You mentioned today, Coach, that they're expecting Devontae Smith to take another leap this year. What have you seen from him in training camp, and how have you seen him grow from year 3?
Yeah, Devontae's in great shape. He's always seems like he's in great shape. He can run all day. Devontae. Whatever his 40 speed is, his 40 speed is the same, because I know he didn't run it coming out, but it's the same. Play 1, play 10, play 15, play 30. Like, that's what he's always in really good shape. He looks super quick in and out of breaks. He works so hard about how to get in and out of breaks, because that's where the game's won at the beginning. If you're playing press man to man, the game's won at the line of scrimmage, where you shake off the defensive back, and at the top of the route separating. And he's really shown a good job there. He catches everything, right? He actually dropped, as you guys saw, right, the first one of camp, but that's rare for him. He just catches everything. I mean, the major requirement for the position is catch the football, right? And he does that at an extremely high level. And his football IQ, Devontae's football IQ, of seeing what's coming and how to attack a route, how to set up a defensive back. He can play the game in the slot. He can play the game on the outside. You saw that catch he made against Keeley, where he went up and got the ball. He's had a really nice camp, and he's just going to continue to get better. Devontae is I can't say enough good things about Devontae and the type of player and person that he is.
What have you seen from the other quarterbacks, and is it realistic for Tanner to push for the number 2 job?
I'm really pleased with what they're doing as well. It's nice to see Will get some reps. Seeing his anticipation. Tanner's done a nice job as far as running the offense when he's been able to go. Not quite as many reps, obviously, as Kenny, but he's been delivering the football with accuracy and anticipation. And Kenny, I think he's had a really nice camp as well. Kenny's got a really good athletic ability. And I think that shows up. And when Kenny's on and where he knows where to go to football, he's really accurate. And so I really like this group and really excited about this group, and look forward to seeing him out there under the lights tonight.
With Quinyon, Nick, Vic seems to be throwing a lot at him. He's played outside slot dime. AJ's sort of challenging in those one-on-ones. How rare is it for a young player not to be – he seems not fazed by that. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a great thing, because in this league you're going to be going up against really good wideouts over, week in, week out, and now he gets to see that in practice. So that's, he gets it every single day, and so he can't be fazed. And it's been nice to see his mindset of going out there and just competing. I think you saw that when he was at the Senior Bowl with everything, him going against all the top competition there, that we saw that he was unfazed in those scenarios, and that's where he really was able to shine. And so that mindset, especially at that position, is critical, that he can come out and play one play at a time and without getting fazed about who it is, and really seeking out that good competition. So, again, just, he's had a nice camp, and look forward to seeing more of him.
In certain offenses, the third receiver is more ball-centric than it can be here. So based on that, are you looking more for fit in that spot than you would be based on just skill alone?
Say that one more time.
Sorry, like how that
Okay.
player fits with AJ and Devontae relative to just the skill of the player alone.
Yeah, again, when you have a receiving core, you're looking for different skill sets, and so you can run different styles of plays, get the guys the ball different ways, and with as far as the number 3 receiver, I mean, it can be a lot of different things, but you need different types of skill sets, and I'm really excited about the skill sets we have at the number 3 receiver, and it doesn't have to be all from one guy, right? It could be, Johnny Wilson's blocking, Paris Campbell's ability to run with the ball in his hands and do different things with the ball in his hands. It could be John Ross's speed. And so, yeah, I mean, you're looking for different things and on different plays. It could be Britton Covey's ability in the slot. So, again, it's not one person has to fill the role of anything, and it could. I mean, we're far away from having to play that, and some games could look different than others. But like I said the other day, I'm really excited about this depth that we have here at wide receiver position and all the different skill sets that we have.
Nearly all the corners in the last 3 years have been drafted in the first round, played on the outside as a rookie. Kind of shows why the teams drafted them. They needed it. If Quinyon is in the slot, at whatever point, what does that say in reassessing what happened in terms of your depth there?
Yeah, he'll play where we need him to play and where he can play at his top level. I don't think I don't really look at it that way. I just look at it, hey, we're here, we're in the season. However, we acquired every player on this team. We're going to look to do what's best for this football team. So I never really thought of it in that way, but Quinyon's got versatility, and that's a good thing.
All right. Thanks, Nick.